Hello guys and welcome back to Watching Time. Today I'm going to discuss on something that I was discussing the other day on one of my Italian language videos. So as you know guys, if you're following my channel is bilingual. So usually I will be dropping two videos almost at the same time. There is always a difference of hours between one and the other. One is going to be obviously in Italian. There are different videos. One is going to be in English. So you will find some information on one, some information on the other, because as you know, the ones that follow me, I don't follow scripts. I don't study or prepare a script before doing my videos. I don't have time for that, guys. I am a collectionist. I am worrying just to share my opinion, my feelings on the watches, on a situation, on an experience. I don't really care about the small details, but definitely I don't have the time to prepare something elaborate. So I might do some mistakes sometimes. The same mistakes I will do if I'm chatting with you at a bar. So I see this more as a chat between you and me, a very informal chat on what I think on the watches, on what I think on certain situations, but nothing more. So don't expect more. This is what I offer. But definitely my videos, this is also the reason why, if you know Italian and you know English, I definitely invite you to see both videos, because most probably I will be talking about different things on them. When I talk in Italian, I am discussing on things that are more Italian related in terms of the context, the country, some specific dynamics that are more related to Italy. On the English ones, my perceptions and my opinions are more related worldwide. So we are discussing things that are definitely more open. And sometimes I just forget things. Sometimes I just forget to wear it in one of or both. So sorry about that, guys. And let's get to the reason of this video. So I tend to chit chat a lot. So how to get Rolexes nowadays? So right now you have here three of them. So these three of them I managed to get during the last 2 years. So we are not talking here about a big window of time. So you have an Explorer 2, the older version. So this is the pre 2021 release. So, and it's actually the one that I like more because you have the floating hands. I love it. I think they really did a very good work with the floating hands, and I really love this Explorer 2. Here you have, and I'm going to take this out of the picture just to let my hands have a little bit more space. I am Italian, I need the space. You have two Submariners, two 2020 release Submariners. Yes, yes, guys. So these are the new models, and these are brothers. You have the black no date, and you have the Cermit Starbucks green, uh, and black Submariner date. So this one I just got this month. So I was actually called from my ID exactly 1 year after the launch, because when they launched the new model, I had to go there and put my name on a new list in order to get the new Starbucks with the green bezel. The Submariner date, I had a different experience. So how? How did I manage to get these watches so quickly? And what have I learned about the journey of dealing with these authorized dealers? So, first of all, the Submariner at my left side, waiting time 2 years. I waited for this. This was luck, let's say. So, this is for all of you guys that are a no one in an authorized dealer, and that you are wishing and hoping to get a Submariner. So 3 years ago now, because I already own this for 1 year, I was going back to one of my houses. It was in another city, and I passed through the authorized dealer at that point of that city. I left my intention of getting one of the Submariner. They were really fun. They were really nice. As always, you go in, you leave your intention, but I left out without any hopes. 2 years later, exactly, during October, so the launch of the new Submariner, I received a call from them. It was right after during the first pandemic wave, so we were going back to normal in some cases. And definitely, I suppose the watch market saw a decrease on people buying watches. People was retraining themselves for buying. So there was definitely there already a situation in which probably not everyone that they call at the time were available to buy it. Probably. I say probably because nowadays, many people that are waiting, and this is the other thing to take into consideration, are gray list resellers. And they need to be very careful about this. People just get it when they be called because they know they will sell it the next day. So I was thinking probably because of the pandemic, I don't know, people were short on money, and that probably played on my favor. The other thing that was really weird with this Submariner was that when the AD called me, he told me, "Hi, sir, we have just received the Submariner for you." And I was, "Oh, wow, this is incredible." And I said, "Oh, this is excellent because they have just launched the new Submariner. So can you please tell me what reference it is? Because I obviously left my intention for the old reference, and I know they have just changed the reference." And he said, "Oh, I don't really know a new reference." And I thought that was very fishy because how an authorized dealer of only Rolex, so it's an exclusive Rolex shop, didn't knew or seemed not to knew that there was a new reference just released. So I was this sounds weird. And he said, sir, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So give me a moment. I will come back to you. And we hung up, and he came back to me like 30 minutes later. And he said, "Sir, no, you are right. You are correct. It is the new reference." So I was quite happy. Obviously, I got my watch. It was a nice experience. As always, I was very happy because this was an icon I wanted to have in my collection for a long time. But the whole situation sounded to me a little bit fishy, okay? I felt like they were trying to sell to me one of the old reference Submariners, maybe calling peoples in their list that there were not known customers so that they could try in that borderline period between the new release and the old one, getting someone that was ignorant enough to just get the old reference that they had there in the safe. That was my impression. I was lucky because I got the new one and everything went fine. Maybe I am wrong, guys. But, at the end, I waited 2 years for this watch. It's not that bad. Definitely, the best thing would be not to wait. We go back to this other watch. The authorized dealer, I waited 1 year because I got on the list as soon as it came out. So it was October, more or less, of 2020. And they called me this December. So what was my experience here? It was the contrary. I created a relationship with this authorized dealer. They knew me from before, other watches that I bought from them, but I was really present during the year because I had several occasions in which I added new watches to my collection. So I was buying from them Tudors, I was buying from them other brands. And I completed my Tudor collection with them. They were very kind. So that permitted me a little bit of a leverage on saying, "Okay, guys, you know me. I really need and I really want to have my green Submariner. Will this be possible?" And I kind of felt there was a change in the attitude. And surprisingly enough, they called me 1 month after we had this chat. So definitely there was something there. I had a chat later on with one of the sellers, and he told me, we are very, very careful at the moment with who we sell the watches. It's not something that we like. We would like to definitely give it to anyone that enters here, but the situation as it is right now is very difficult for us because, and this is a serious authorized dealer. So we should do also a classification of dealers and their seriousness. So Rolex is delivering watches. They are sending a Submariner every month, probably to an authorized dealer, or depending on the level of this authorized dealer. So there are also levels of authorized dealers. So first of all, the clients. They are at this moment evaluating every type of client that comes, and just to make sure that who they are going to be selling this watch it's someone that is not a reseller or someone that is looking this watch as an investment. They want something that is someone that wants this watch for use, that wants this watch for itself, but definitely that is not going to put this watch into the gray market. This is what serious authorized dealers are looking for. And this is very difficult because they are getting every day 50, 40 people coming in that they have never seen in their life asking for a Submariner and getting themselves in a list. So they told me, yes, we have different lists. It's not an order list. So they don't really have a specific order, but there are levels. So people that come that are unknown and that they don't know who they are on one list that they will call them, but they will come one every 4 or 5 months. So that reduces a lot your chance of getting a watch. They have their clients that they know list that obviously are going to be preferable going to sell to them. Why? Not because they are the best clients and they are buying all the watches, but because they know this person. They know that this person is buying that for a marriage, for celebrating something, for collecting it because it's a collector like myself. So this type of clients, they have a preference. They want to treat them better. They want to treat them well, but they are people they know. So they want them to have what they want, even if they're not going to give them it immediately. At least they put them in a very fast track list. So 1 year for me, it's reasonable at the end of the day. 6 months will be great. But 1 year, I think I did very well. And it was all related to the relationship. They know who I am. They know why I'm going to be using the watches. I am constantly going back to ask for something, for a strap, for little things sometimes that I need for my collection. And they are giving me advice. So there is a relationship. It's obvious that when someone like myself or like other clients that they know very well comes and they want a watch, they want to try to satisfy them. So they are going to be more in a tendency of say, yes, of course, we're going to get it to you. Please wait 6 months, please wait 1 year, because it's coming. They are not going to be doing this with strangers because they have limited numbers of watches at the end of the day. And because they are very afraid of the gray market. So this is a reality with a trustful authorized dealer. Then you have other levels of authorized dealers. So there are authorized dealers that will receive more watches from Rolex. There are other ones that will receive less watches. So in a city, in a big city like Milan, for example, you have the Rolex shop, monobrand. Obviously, they are going to get more watches from Rolex, even if they are managed by a jewelry store. So I don't remember which one right now in Milan is, but the shop is monobrand. The other shop that this jewelry store has is multi-brand. So the monobrand shop, they will have a priority for delivery. So if they are going to be delivering one Submariner to Milan every month to this shop, other jewelry stores that are authorized dealers too, but that are smaller in size or smaller in sales, they will receive one every 4 months. So this is the reality. So first of all, rule number 1, if you want to put higher your chances, try to go to a monobrand Rolex shop, but try to create a relationship with them. That is more difficult. So it's more difficult because you will have to buy other Rolexes. And nowadays, you cannot go inside and say, I want an Explorer 2 and they have it available. It's not. So you will be forced to buy something that you don't like a gold and steel watch. And this is probably not your choice. So it's something you are not going to be doing. So maybe an advice is see who's actually managing that monobrand. See what jewelry store is behind the monobrand store and go to that one. If you are going to be adding to your collection and next time a Tudor, buy from them. Create a relationship. They are sisters. They can connect between each other. It's your city. You can manage it. So you will become a known client for them. And that's one point that I can give you. Second point, there are, as I was telling you, shops and shops. So there are authorized dealers of very high level. There are also authorized dealers that are the let's say, probably the evil guys here, because they have the power to sell the watches to whoever they want. Rolex is not going to intervene. This is very clear by now. So a serious authorized dealer will be choosing their clients. So they have their clients list or not. Others are probably even connected with the gray market. This is a reality. We cannot say it's not something that might be happening, because maybe they receive 2 submariners every month. They sell one to one of their clients, the other ones they sell to their friend, that it's a reseller in the gray market that will resell it for 20K and give them 3K under the sleeve, to at least to the seller that position that watch. This is a reality we cannot say does not exist. Probably happens somewhere, but this is also the reason why you should be more careful on choosing what authorized dealer you're going to buy from. I remember myself having a very weird situation in France. I was walking through the streets. I saw the monobrand Rolex big jewelry store, very, very nice. They have then the jewelry store 200 meters next to the monobrand. It's the same manager at the end of the day. And they also had Rolex on the other shop. And then right across the street, there was the second-hand shop of the same jewelry store. So to my surprise, I went to both the monobrand and the other one. Obviously, there were no stainless steel submariners or whatever Rolex available. They had some in display, but they were only on display. And when I crossed the street to the second hand, they had one Submariner, they had one GMT with a stamp warranty of the month before on sale at 100% more of the price. This is absurd. This is incredible. This is something for Rolex to notice. Come on, guys. You are the jewelry store authorized dealer, and you are the same gray market reseller, because you are selling on the store in front of you, which is also owned by you, a second hand, because it's new, GMT at double the price that you are selling across the street, but it's impossible to get because I'm never going to sell it to you. How the hell do you explain that? For me, that's outrageous, because there's no way of putting it right. You cannot tell me, oh no, a client gave it back and we are selling to the retail price. Why are you selling it 200% more of the price? Why are you making this gray market with a new watch? This is not a reference that does not exist or is out of production. It's a reference that you sell across the street. So why are you doing this? These authorized dealers should be sanctioned and actually followed by Rolex, because they are the ones creating the gray market. The gray market and the big ball of speculation around Rolex is created by us, by the clients, by the offer and demand and supply rules. That is the real situation. And more we go onward and there are less watches available in the market, the prices raise, especially because they are difficult to get. But if you go to Chrono 24, you will see thousands of Starbucks watches on sale, being sold at 2 times, 3 times their price. Why? This is a watch that actually could be bought at a retail shop. And how can all these watches exist in the gray market? There is not a shortage of supply. They are there for you to get as soon as you want, if you're willing to pay. And this is ridiculous. This means that there are a lot of people, and this is why the reason you should also understand some of the trust authorized dealers, that goes to the authorized dealer, tells them a story, and then the next day they just got the watch to sell it and gain money. This is not passion. This is not collectioning. This is not someone that actually likes watches. So, this is the Formex Field Rust, just came out. Just wanted to show you guys very quickly. So this type of guys that are creating the gray market exist. And this is the reason why you need to understand some of the serious authorized dealers. But at the same time, we need to be alert and eyes open with some of those not so serious authorized dealer. So my biggest advice that I can give you guys, if you want to get your hands like myself, that I'm a no one, well, not actually a no one, I am someone, but if you want to get a watch, try to trust an authorized dealer. Focus yourself with one. Make themselves to know you. This doesn't mean buying from them. This means actually knowing them. So go frequently asking for an advice. Better if they have several brands managing, because that way it's easier for them to get to you, to know to yourself. Buy a strap from them. Show them that you are actually someone that cares about the watches. And then obviously give them a reason why you need the watch. Either if it's for collectionist reason, either because you have something to celebrate. This definitely is going to be useful. I buy watches on occasions. So if my newborn was born, I wanted to buy a new Rolex. And this is something that they like, because there is also a relationship that creates itself. So guys, I really hope that you like this video. I hope this information for 2022, it's of use, and I really, really hope if you are looking for some of this, that you actually get one of these. Anyway, guys, see you very, very soon on my next video. And until then, please take care. Bye-bye.